All right, Cardi B is releasing her sophomore album, Am I the Drama, which will consist of 23 tracks, including WAP, Up, and Outside.
You said WAP?
Nigga, first of all, did you say sophomore album?
Sophomore album.
Sophomore album.
Bro, ain't Cardi B been around for like 10 years?
Yes, she has.
And she's dropping her second album?
She's dropping her second album.
Yes,
Xavier, me and you have had a lot of discourse. Actually, our intro is you talking about Cardi B and you saying a single. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about an album. When I saw this, I immediately sent it to you on text. What do you think about Cardi B finally dropping her sophomore album?
I am actually very excited. Like you said, a Cardi B album has been... we've been waiting on a Cardi B album just as long as we've been waiting on the Fall Off. It's been a decade almost.
That's his boy.
And like you're saying, for this to be a decade and we're getting the sophomore album, I wouldn't want to say there's a lot writing on this just because of how long it's been. If it hasn't hit yet, it ain't gonna hit. But I do feel like as far as rapping ability, the sample or the single that we did have showcases that
Outside. We reacted to that last year.
Yes, I don't think Cardi B's missed a step in this 10 years. It's just been more so of a choice similar to another GOAT, Andre 3000, that maybe she's just not been in the creative space. Hip hop hasn't been at the forefront of her mind. And Cardi B has even been on record as saying before that, like, she's not a rapper for real. This is entertaining.
Xavier.
She's having fun. She's making music.
Xavier,
so
I don't think we can hold.
I don't think we can hold Cardi B to the same standards that we would hold a Kendrick Lamar, a J. Cole, a J.I.D. I don't think we can hold her to the same rapper standards because she doesn't even believe she's Travis Scott came in.
Xavier, she has a Grammy. She won Grammys for Best Rap Album. Stop.
And Glorilla.
She has high expectations.
And Glorilla won. What did she just win an award for?
BET Awards.
Best Gospel Project. Like we said, these words don't really mean that much, Cayman. Don't really mean that much.
I can't believe.
What you think, bro? What you think?
Second album in 10 years?
10 years. I don't give a damn about a mixtape.
And WAP's gonna be on there. That's
WAP.
With Megan Thee Stallion.
WAP. Yeah,
that's. I'm saying that's
that
worse
song
than
came
when.
Out 4 years ago.
That's worse than. Actually, that's not worse than what Megan Thee Stallion did.
I mean, respectfully, if you keep your singles separate from your albums, because that's just like, bro, that makes that depreciates the value of your album drops automatically. When I see that, when I see WAP, I don't listen to Cardi B.
But it's the last three tracks, or not the last three, but last two. WAP and Up are the last two tracks on the album.
The extended, so it'll
She's
be
putting
like
that on there as well.
Yes.
If it's this is on the same playing field as Meg Thee Stallion touring an album from 10 years ago. I'm confused. You have had ample time to put together a legit track list, but you're recycling songs from 5 years ago.
She said her fans think that she needs a home for those. She tweeted that. Y'all want to talk mess about me? Those two records need an actual home. We have seen other artists do it. I don't like this, but also Xavier, MJ, this album is 23 tracks. So I don't mind 22 and 23 being old songs that we've heard. If you got 21 great records. You won a Grammy last year, and we're going to talk about the success of Bodak Yellow when it came out in 2017, 2018.
WAP came out, or I'm talking like him. WAP came out in 2020.
Yes, it did.
5 years ago.
5 years later, now we want to talk about this song needs a home. We've had this bitch sleeping on the street for 5 years, Cayman.
I'll say this.
This is your sophomore album on a 10-year hiatus, and you're giving me recycled tracks from 5 years ago talking about, They need a home. Bitch, I need new music. I'm not calling you a bitch. I love you. But I need new music. That's ridiculous.
No, you're right.
If I'm already getting to the limit of the Clips needs to stop giving me records
Snippets.
from this album,
Yeah.
what makes you think that I want recycled music from an album we have been waiting on for 10 years? That's like J. Cole coming off with the Fall Off, and half of the features that he did in this 10-year run are on this album. Nigga, I've listened to this record 10 years ago.
By the way,
I know what WAP sounds like. Wet ass pussy. I know what it is. I don't get it.
Screaming for
If it's up, then it's if it's up. I heard it.
I heard it. We know what
we
those
listened.
records are. Yes.
I saw the dances.
Can I say this?
Yes.
I saw the dances.
Go ahead.
Ladies, do not listen and take those lyrics to heart, because them 21 tracks is finna tell you to be up in these streets and fuck these niggas and this, that, and the third. Don't listen to none of that. No, Cardi B living her life with Stephon Diggs,
Yes.
with her 3 kids, celebrating her only Grammy and she got in 10 years. Look, do not follow her. You were just she's leading you off a
But
cliff.
why don't we say that same thing about men? Like, 2 Chainz has been married for a few years, and he stayed talking about money and
few years?
and-
I'm pretty sure like 20 years.
Exactly. He stayed talking about money and multiple
Because
women. So how come men get that? Oh, it's entertainment, but as women, it's like, don't listen to her. She's telling y'all to go do this and that, but she's going home to her man.
Because
2 Chainz been going home to
unfortunately-
his woman for 20 years.
True.
Yeah,
True.
but
Birthday. It's your
Birthday.
when I die, bury. They asked me what. Bury me with some bitches and some gold, nigga. Stop it. 2025.
Let me take y'all back a little bit, because I don't know what y'all was doing in 2017. I gotta know what you were doing, Xavier.
I was with you. You know exactly what I was doing in 2017.
In 2017, a tune came out that took the hip hop world by storm. It was called Bodak Yellow. I did some research about this record, because that record was really that big. That record was that record of the year. Bodak Yellow topped so many charts. It was a legendary song. It was a cult classic in the culture of hip hop. Do you guys think that Cardi B will ever reach that level of stature in the music game that she reached back then?
I definitely think it's a possibility. Bodak Yellow was definitely a moment created simply by Cardi B freestyling off of a very popular record at the time. So it might be a little bit harder to find that hit record to kind of flip, especially we're kind of straying from the era of remixes. But I definitely can see Cardi B being able to do that. The only thing I would say is now we're going to go into the realm of people calling her a one-trick pony. She's only able to garner attention by doing the same thing over and over again. She's gonna find a popular song.
But if you can give me
she's
one,
gonna cut a freestyle.
if you can give me another one of those,
yeah,
Red Bottoms went up 500% in stock after she said, "These is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes." Like, we're talking about real life investments. Who Cardi is right now as a superstar, as far as fame, media, and stature goes, has came off the back of that one great successful record. I know she did. I mean, Invasion of Privacy, and we can have this conversation another time, but I don't know if it deserved the Grammy that year.
2018.
I gotta look back at the albums and see what was submitted.
you gotta look at the nominations for that.
I gotta look at the nominations, but I'm not saying that just because it's Cardi B, and I'm not saying that, and I don't want Cardi stans to get mad at me, but I don't think that deserved that Grammy that year. But Bodak Yellow definitely deserved a lot for what it did in the streets back then.
I would say definitely. I mean, I'm not really a Cardi B fan, but I give her props and her flowers.
1,000%.
She definitely led the charge of like the women revolution. Like, women were, she like she rapped so hard, niggas was rapping her like niggas was. It's like she had knew. It's like
And that's hard to do.
It is hard because it's just like
Yep.
it's like niggas don't really like niggas be like, oh, I don't want to be knocking my head to this, like,
Right.
because the homie's gonna be looking at me weird. But it's just
Right.
like, the homies
it's
is
hard-
just like, if it's hard, she came on hard with it, and it's just like, I know, like what I said earlier about like ladies don't look like that's some hating shit, because it's just like, I know that album, you finna hear so much new Cardi B. She finna flood the streets with this album, and it's for the for women, and it's just like, you gonna see it on the Instagram post, you gonna see it on the quotes, you gonna see it everywhere, and it's just like, all right, here it is again. Like, this is, I think it's gonna be some shit.
Right. Cardi is one of those artists that still has, even though the label that she signed to does have different owner, everything, she has the backing to still have those A&Rs, still have promo, still have things that you need in the music industry that would help you be successful when it comes to selling records.
Because she doesn't even need the A&R and the promo. She is the A&R and the promo.
Yeah.
Hands down, Cardi B is the #1 rapping influencer. Because when you think about it, outside of just the rapping, a lot of people fell in love with Cardi B as the personality. So it's like, yes, she's giving us Bodak Yellow, but yes, she's also giving us great Instagram lives and Instagram videos, and she's on her Kim K and going and doing political things as well. We fell in love with Cardi B.
Right.
So that's why she's able to survive a 10-year.
Maturity. I feel like it's the mature. Like, you've seen the growth and maturity.
I'll
say, like, okay, take that very lightly.
Well, they have the same hairstyle.
Cardi B is Cardi B, but it's just like,
They have the same
talked about,
hairstyle.
like, how she's like getting politically involved and things like that. Like,
I mean, yeah, but I feel like that's always been a part of who she was. She's just now able to do it on a more grander scale. But also, since Cayman brought it up, Cardi B in 2018 was nominated for Best Rap Performance and Best Rap Song. So the nominees for Best Rap Song were Cardi B, Bodak Yellow, Chase Me by Danger Mouse and Run the Jewels featuring Big Boy, Kendrick Lamar, Humble, Sassy by Rhapsody, and Jay-Z, The Story of OJ. Cardi B,
Wait. What was that category?
Best Rap Song.
So what was she nominated? She was nominated.
She was nominated for Best Rap Song
Bodak Yellow.
and Bodak Yellow.
I
She
agree
won.
with
She won 2: Best
would
Rap
agree with
Song
that.
and Best Rap Performance.
Best Rap Song and Best Rap. So she didn't write anything about her album.
No.
Okay.
She won Performance and Song. I don't know who was nominated for Performance, but honestly, outside of that list, as big of a song, the second biggest song on there was The Story of OJ, and honestly, that didn't even reach the
I would say maybe
level of
Humble-
Bodak Yellow.
Humble-
Excuse me. Yes,
yeah,
Humble.
Humble.
Oof.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
Like, oh, Humble was
Okay.
100. I'm gonna be
Humble
real
was
with you.
on fire.
Humble. Shout out John Collin.
But what are you
Collins.
gonna? What do you think people will listen to 2025? They gonna
Humble.
put on Humble, or they gonna put on Bodak Yellow?
Yeah.
Bodak Yellow.
The
I'm going.
nigga-
So
Bodak
she
Yellow.
deserved her Grammys.
Bodak Yellow is
Listen.
definitely gonna hold up longer
She
than
deserved her
Humble.
Grammys.
Humble, I'm not gonna lie. Humble,
If you drop both of those two songs in 2025,
Bodak Yellow is the only one that's gonna take off.
nah.
I don't think Humble does not hit the same in 2025. It does not.
True.
Damn would still do amazing in 2025, but Humble, as like the record that really skyrocketed and was playing,
The lead single.
Literally we went to the concert. Encore, run it back. Nigga, he performed Humble 57 times. That shit is not taking off in 2025.
But so in 2019 she did win Best Rap Album for Invasion of Privacy though.
Ooh, okay, came in.
Yeah.
2019.
2018 Best Rap Performance. Bodak Yellow, Bounce Back, Big Sean, 444, Jay-Z, Humble by Kendrick Lamar, Bad and Bougie by the Migos and Lil Uzi Vert.
Wow.
She won with Bodak Yellow. I am not going to lie again.
That's the questionable.
That is honestly another throw up between Bad and Bougie for me.
But I would give it to her.
I'm still not mad at you giving it to Bodak Yellow, but I think that just goes off to show how impactful that song was, because it's not like she was going against no scrubs. She was going against Jay-Z, Prime, Big Sean,
And
Kendrick Lamar, and her hubby at the time. So it was definitely steep competition. And as we said, coming off that record, it doesn't look like Cardi B has missed a single step. That also doesn't mean that this is the newest record in the world. It is definitely throwing shots at Offset, so it could just be updated. But it doesn't mean to me. I mean, we saw it with Drake. Just because we get a new project doesn't mean these are new songs. These could very well be from the 2018 Cardi B era.
You want to know what's crazy? And I just want to say this real quickly. And I watched this during the Nipsey Hussle interview with Big Boy when he was talking about Victory Lap, which was his last album. He said I think he said 7 of the songs were recorded 5 years before the album was even released. And I'm like,
that's how they do it.
Crazy. I was like, whoa.
That was the same thing with Blue Lips and Schoolboy Q.
And then on top
he recorded
of
that like 4 years ago.
I've heard Dr. Dre say this about like why like artists in his label, they don't like they release albums like once every like 5 or 6 years, maybe even 7, because it's just like you want that like every time he dropped, like for example when Kendrick dropped, like Kendrick's first album, I think it was like 3 years, but maybe like 2 or 3 years.
TD always does something like that.
It's just like the scientific method behind the madness. It's like no one wants to listen to an artist, Drake, who drops an album every year just to try to stay relevant.
But I feel like
fighting for
in
relevancy.
order to get away with dropping an album every 5 to 7 years, you have to be a more established name. Because if you're just a regular artist dropping an album every 5 years, I feel like within that 5 to 7 year time frame, the sound of music is gonna shift completely different.
Oh, yeah.
So there could have been a lot of songs you were working on within that time frame that will just not hit anymore. So I feel like artists like Drake and like Kendrick, they are able to get off with dropping that. Well, excuse me, Drake don't do that. But artists like Kendrick Lamar, a lot of TDE are able to get off with dropping an album within like every 3, 4, 5 years because they're more established and they're able to pick a direction that they want to go, and we meet them.
They can take their time.
Yeah, we're not saying okay, this is the sound we're expecting. Give us this. They're saying this is what I'm curating. I'll meet you at the finish line. Let me know if you like it. Right. And I don't know if that same plan would work for an up and coming artist.
Okay, guys, this is why I'm worried, and this is what we need to say to close this Cardi B topic out. There's 2 winners I see right here that won a Grammy for Best Rap Album that were women. Lauryn Hill with the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, and Cardi B with what was the name of that album? Let me get it right here. Invasion of Privacy in 2018. Those are the only 2 female winners of Best Rap Album to ever do this.
And one of those women, that album is considered the best hip hop album ever.
The best album ever according to Apple Music.
According to the best. Excuse me, not even hip hop.
Yes.
The best album ever recorded in human history.
Cardi B, you have shoes to fill. You have a lot of expectations on this album. I get why in previous times you have not dropped an album. You have not dropped a project because you know you have so much to live up to. Invasion of Privacy to me should not have won that album. That Grammy, I mean. We can't go back and say revisionist history, but I hope and I pray that Cardi B is ready and has enough bangers on this next album. Not drama with Offset, not anything like that, but has enough music, great, credible music, to then propel her to have a great sophomore album. And that's how I hope from Cardi B in the future. So we shall see what Cardi B is going to give us. That's in September, so we still have some time. Clips is next month. What else y'all want to talk about?
Honestly, I want to go back real quick to. I need to look to see at who was also nominated in 2019 for best album, because I can't let you.
You can't let it go.
I can't just let you disrespect Cardi B like that. I have to see who was.
She
on there.
shouldn't have won that.
So,
are you a Cardi B fan?
I wouldn't say so. I like Cardi B.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah,
just
I like
said
her.
you're not gonna let nobody
Cayman.
disrespect Cardi B like that. I was like,
Cayman.
Yes. Read them.
I agree with you.
Okay.
Was
J-Rock in that category?
No, he was not.
Okay.
Grammy Awards nominees for 2019 Best Rap Album: The Lost Boy, Cordae, Cardi Clears.
That's a better album than
Cardi Clears.
That's a better album than Cardi B's album.
Cardi
not
Clears.
too
a
many
better
people
album.
are woke though.
Bodak Yellow clears that
You
alone.
gotta think about you gotta think about the audience and who they're. You gotta think about who her fan base is.
I agree. Go ahead.
But
Meek Mill cleared. I ain't gotta say the album, but Meek Mill Championships
was a great album. I don't
Cardi
think that
clears.
clears. I don't think that clears.
Cardi clears.
I don't think that clears it.
So
He had Going
she's
Bad
2-0 right
with
now.
Drake. He had Going Bad with Drake as the lead single off
The
that
Drake
album.
stimmy don't hit the same no more.
Back then it did.
Not enough, obviously. Cardi clears. Then we have I Am versus I Was by 21 Savage.
Great album.
Great album, but I'm giving that to Cardi as well.
Okay.
3-0. Now, here's where things get a little spicy.
there's the
We have what I would call a dang near classic album. Revenge of the Dreamers 3. I really, really, really
Revenge of the
enjoy
Dreamers 3?
3.
It's Dreamville Revenge of the Dreamers
3?
Revenge of the Dreamers 3.
Because it has the Star Wars. That had the Star Wars theme looking where it was
Yes.
the Dreamers, and then on the bottom half it was the 3.
They got Under the Sun with the Baby, Down Bad with Jid and Boz, Cole, Young Nudie, Lambo Truck with Reason and Childish Major. Oh wow, she got a big old ass with Maxo Cream and
Did y'all watch
Zoink.
the documentary? on that?
Wells Fargo with Guap Dad.
Yes, I love this album, but
Costa Rica.
I know why it's not winning a Grammy against
I get
Cardi
banned
B.
in Costa
I get
Rica.
why it's not.
I completely understand why it's not winning a Grammy versus Cardi B, but I am saying that Revenge of the Dreamers 3, I do put that album very high as these posse cuts go. And do I think I personally would have put it over Cardi B? I 100% would have.
Is that all the albums that were nominated?
No, we have another one that
Uh-oh.
I also consider a classic album
Uh-oh.
that I would not say Cardi B should have beat out. We have Tyler the Creator, Igor. Igor is low-key a hip-hop masterpiece. Honestly, to me, I really did not enjoy Chromacopia. Igor is one of the last best classic projects we got from Tyler the Creator, and I think he really should have got that dub in 2019. Again, same with Revenge of the Dreamers 3. I can see why Tyler the Creator didn't get that edge over Cardi B in 2019. But with that being said, again, I still think this goes to show the height that Cardi B was at
Right.
almost 10 years ago, 2018, 2019, where she's not only beating out Jay-Z and Kendrick and all these other rappers and performances, but she's also on an entire album scale beating Tyler the Creator, J. Cole and Dreamville, Meek Mill, Cordae, 21 Savage. And it's not too far of a reach to say that was well deserved.
Okay, but I'm getting her other, I don't know how many Grammys she won in 2019. But this says this was nominated along with Swimming by Mac Miller, Victory Lap by Nipsey Hussle, Daytona by Pusha T, and Astroworld by Travis Scott. She's coming in 5th place. in this list,
She
Swimming by Mac Miller,
She lost that.
Victory Lap by Nipsey Hussle, she lost that too.
She won that.
She lost that.
Other than
Daytona by Pusha T, she
Other
lost
than
that.
young
In rapping,
nigga, young nigga,
in
young
rapping,
nigga, young nigga.
in rapping, she lost all of these.
I forgot you like Nipsey for.
Bruh, that Victory
Nah,
Lap.
I get that. I get
Don't
that.
disrespect
It's
the
all
GOAT.
love. Shout out Nipsey.
But I will say this.
But Cardi got that one.
I don't give a fuck with that, bruh. I don't give a fuck with.
Don't let me pull
I'm
the
not
album
gonna
up.
take no nip slander with.
Don't let me put the album up.
And
Sure.
no, but I'll say this.
It's all love.
No, it's all love, but it just sucks that Diddy's really screaming that shit on his album.
Christ.
Like, fuck, why is Diddy
Young
in this bitch?
nigga,
He fucking
sucker
killed.
proof,
Make $1
grinding
million
all my
by you
life,
young.
double up.
But I will
Last
say
time that I
this.
checked, featuring YG.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be real with you. When it comes to
Hustle
music,
and motivate.
Hustle and motivate.
Dedication with Kendrick.
Dedication
Like I
with Kendrick.
it's the audience and what they're you know, and who's being targeted. Like, come on now, there's a lot more people out there that would rather have the mindset of Cardi B than the mindset of Dreamville.
But
I'm gonna need you to expound.
yeah, go ahead.
Like, you need me to explain that?
What do you mean? What's the mindset of Dreamville? What's the mindset of Cardi B? Because I got a lot of things to say about Dreamville. A lot of things. A lot of things to say.
I hope she lives up to the hype. Cardi B's album will be coming out in September.
Like, out
Oh
for
my
that.
gosh, that's a while.
It's a while, so we'll see.
A lot can happen.
A lot can happen in those few months.
We'll
The
see.
new Cardi B her sister can pop up with an album and boom, what album? Like, what Cardi B?
Right.
It's Hennessy.
We'll see if that sophomore album lives up to
Any,
expectations. What else do you guys want to talk about?
I would say any features you're looking forward to or expecting on that Cardi album.
I don't know what to expect after a hiatus like she had. Like, she's probably had to scratch records that she's liked and enjoyed.
Oh, for sure.
For newer records. So I don't really know what I'm going to expect from this Cardi album at all.
Think we're over the Nicki disses?
Oh yeah.
Think they've been there, done that?
We better be.